Okay, so this is the Monday. You'll probably see this Tuesday or Wednesday. I come out and fished the better part of the day today. I worked over the weekend so I could fish today because of the weather. This is the day after a pretty ugly late spring cold front. I mean, snow in the northeast, got pretty chilly. It was in the 40s when we left Dallas Saturday morning. It rained, it was cloudy. It rained like crazy yesterday. Really didn't anticipate the fishing being great, and it wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It wasn't anything like it was apparently Friday from talking to some buddies. I came out to go, really to go Alabama rig fishing. I figured I needed to stay out a little bit deeper, and by and large, I think that was right. I'll let this guy drive by. I caught a bunch of fish early on my A-rig, and here's that little string of fish. I caught a bunch of these fish. I wonder if the high drill is still good on Rayburn. There you go. I had just gotten bit on the prior cast. Put it right back in there and he drilled it. That's right at the back of that little drain right there. And I know I'll get that question again, so remember, a drain in our speak is somewhere that water runs when it rains, but it's not a live feeding creek type deal. So it's stuff water runs down after a rain to go into a creek or a ditch or, bar ditch or whatever else. Yeah, carriers are really limiting what they'll write. Now that feels like a better fish. Nope, it's not. Yeah, it's really slowed down. And people just, they're not at the office, they're not, they're hunkered down, and He's acting like he's bigger than he is. Well, that's a post spawner's all beat up. Say that again. Yeah. So I caught all those fish, and then I kind of went and fished around in some pads. I caught one fish on a little creek swing on a swim bait right here. There where that little creek swings. That's a nice one. Big old post spawn girl back there. Nice one. Thank you, darling. Well, that little creek makes a swing in them pads. That's on that Super Duty too. That's that Rod Dickey threw so much last year in that tournament throwing a swim bait, and he liked so much, so I bought one to check it out. And you know, that kind of clued me in. I thought I'd catch some more fish back there, but I really didn't, and I think part of that was the water, the air, you know, it just slicked off, and it's hard to catch those fish shallow when it's that slick like that. I'd see fish knock around in the pads a little bit, but nothing nothing great. And by the way, back on those A-rig fish, I know it looks like I'm just randomly going out across a flat, and I'm really not. What I'm doing is I'm using my, if you don't have it, you really need the Lake Master maps for Humminbird, and it shows those drains going across those flats. And what I'm doing is I'm fishing up those drains from where the grass starts to where the grass is so shallow I can't fish that A-rig anymore. And then every once in a while I'll throw my swim bait around in the back. They really weren't up there eating that good today. So that was not just randomly working my way across a flat. That's just fishing up those little drains, and every one of those fish I caught was in one of those drains. So I'd fish one, put it on high, 36 volts, and go all the way to the next one and fish up the next one. So don't think I'm just randomly out there. You really need to be focusing on fishing in those drains or on those little points out across that stuff. So that's where those fish came from. I did have one nice fish, a 4+ pound fish on a frog that actually ate the frog under the water, which doesn't happen very often, but I think I got good footage of it right here. That was a wild bite. It's a nice fish, 4-pound fish, big long fish. It does not look like it spawned. That fish actually got that frog when it was underwater. I had popped it and it had some trash on it. It went underwater, and I saw the fish flash on it. Weird reaction. I saw the fish flash on it, and I thought, well, that looked like a fish, and sure enough, there went my line. So that was a very, very different bite. That was fun. And then I went back to my A-rig again. I got a little bit of cloud cover. I wish I had a little bit more cloud cover. I did, by the way, go up and look just for a few minutes, and I saw one really, really nice fish, probably a 4.5, 5, maybe 6-pound fish with a male. But they were in a little pocket, and they were still they had not spawned yet. They were still doing the dance, if you will. So I thought I probably could have caught them if I'd have sat there long enough, but I wasn't going to waste an hour trying to catch a 4 or 5 pound fish, and when I could go out and catch some more. And I really hope I didn't erase this footage. I caught a really nice 5.5, 6 pound fish on an A-rig. If I've got that footage, it's right here. So I had just jumped that one off and threw back in there. And you can see she's pretty beat up. She's probably 5. Post spawner out there just hanging out over the grass. Pretty fish. On the old Shane's A-rig. If I don't have that footage, this is the 3rd or 4th time where I would throw that A-rig in one of those little drains and one would whack it, or I'd catch a little fish and I'd throw right back in there and catch a fish. And that's exactly what happened here. I threw in there, I hooked about a 12 or 13 inch fish. It jumped, it come off, I reeled up, I threw right back in there, whoop, that next one bit it. And then I came back out and that made me fish a little bit deeper through there. And I caught one about 2.5 pounds that I had a camera down on. And then I had another great big one on. I don't know how big it was, but it loaded up on that A-rig right up under the boat and just pulled me down in the grass, and I could feel her just plowing through that grass, and she got herself loose. So I had a couple of good bites on an A-rig today. I probably should do this more often. Just sort of thinking through what I had today. I probably had heavy 15 pounds. I had one pushing 6, 5.5, and then I had another heavy 4.5. So, those two with 3 more fish that weigh, 8 or 9 pounds, probably. Well, let me think about that. It's probably not quite right. So, probably had 3 more that weighed 8 pounds, and those 2 fish probably weighed 10 to 11 pounds. So, it might have had a little bit more weight than that. So, I had a decent day. I just didn't have a ton of bites. I'm gonna work tomorrow. I'm gonna get this video posted up. I'm gonna work tomorrow, and then I will get back out again later in the week, and I'll get another video posted for you guys. So thanks for tuning in, and I got some boat cleaning to do. We'll see y'all here in the next day or two. Thanks, guys.